Good morning, guys, and welcome to Wednesday's Free Racing Tips live video. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to what is a decent day of racing today. Nothing to get too excited about, no group action or anything like that, but a decent enough Wednesday. And of course, the excitement starting to build now for future Champions Day and Champions Day on Friday and Saturday. But our main focus will be on looking at yesterday and looking ahead to today. For now, and then we will take a little look at Champions Day a little bit later on in the video as well. But yeah, hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's racing. We'll start today by looking at yesterday and just how we got on. And as I'm sure many of you know by now, it was a superb day for us yesterday. The day got off to a flyer with a 9-4 winning premium tip in the shape of Sweet Dream. That 9-4 was available for Gold members. I believe it was 2-1 then available for the rest of you on the Free Racing Tips main Facebook page. So I'm sure you'd have been happy with that, especially as the horse went off with an SP of 7-4. So it was even nibbled in from 2-1. So that felt like it was a bit of value. But Gold members really happy to get the 9-4, I'm sure. This horse was really impressive on debut, I thought, when racing on good to soft ground behind a really smart horse and time tested, and then was disappointing on good to firm ground on the second start. But I thought this return to good to soft was really going to suit the horse. That proved to be the case. Was sent to the front fairly early on by his rider, and it proved to be a really well judged ride because it was being closed in quite close home, but needed the line, no doubt about that. But in the end, the horse did manage to hang on and proved to be a really good premium tip for us. The day then got even better when the Little Earner went in at Newcastle and won by a head. Now, this Little Earner was tipped up at 9-1 for Gold members, and that always looked too big a price for a horse that I knew would enjoy a bit of testing ground. 9-1 always looked a bit too big, and I believe when I did this video, the horse had already been backed in to around about 7-1 or something like that. But in the end, the horse went off at a price of 15-2, and that often happens when the money comes really early on in the morning, when the money's down by then, and then maybe there isn't much money in the afternoon. You do perhaps see a little bit of a drift in a market. So do sometimes do make sure you're always taking a best odds guaranteed about a horse that is being well backed, because a lot of the time, as I say, the money goes down in the morning, and then you'd be surprised how often you see it as then the horse drifts back out again. But yeah, I'm sure many of you were happy at the 15-2. I know Gold members were absolutely delighted to get this winner at 9-1. But yeah, 15-2. It was nice to see it hang on by a head as well. And we've had a fair few photo finishes not quite go our way. This wasn't ever in too much doubt that we've got it, but always good to get that close winner. Just gets the heart pumping a little bit more. So well done to anyone who backed that. And there was also, on top of all of that, there were 4 tips yesterday, and there were 3 winners in total, because we had a 1-point win-only single, which is, as I say, one of those tips for Gold members. Was tipped up at around about 15-8, but was probably more like a sort of 11-8 shot by the time it won, with a bit of Rule 4 coming in there. So really, really good day. And if any of you had chose to do a lucky 15 yesterday, you'd have seen that there were the returns were around about £150 from £1 stake. So well done to anyone who managed to get on that. Also, well done to some of you that got on the tips yesterday. Just looking at the Facebook page, I could see that Simon Reynolds was on the premium tip and really happy with that. Stuart Durrant did the Little Earner yesterday, and he said it made his day. Well, I'm sure it made plenty of yours day, actually, and it certainly makes that betting bank look all the more healthier when a winner like that goes in. Also, Phil Holmes, he did a premium tip and Little Earner double. So I'd love to have seen the odds and the returns on that, Phil. If you can let me know that would be great. But well done to you there. That's a real bit of bookie bashing, no doubt about that. Carl Toy, he did the Little Earner, and he said, when we said we'd give a few of you a mention in the video, he requested to do it in a John Barnes style wrap. Carl, I don't think I've got that in my locker, so I'm just going to be boring and list them, but cheers for the suggestion anyway. And also Kenneth Kennedy got on the tips too, and he was really happy with that. So that's yesterday covered. We now move on to today, a decent enough Wednesday of action. We race from Lingfield, Nottingham, Punchestown, Wetherby and Kempton. There's something for everyone with 2 all-weather meetings at Lingfield and at Kempton. That's on the poly track. Lingfield this afternoon, Kempton over on the floodlights as well, and you can expect to see that a lot more. Is Wednesday nights at Kempton is pretty much always going to be an evening fixture. Nottingham, it's the flat turf meeting and Wetherby, it's on the jumps as well. We're not focusing on Punchestown today. Nothing really took our eyes there. But if you've got anything you fancy at Punchestown, just have a little comment in the box below and we can see how you get on there. We're going to start today by looking at the Little Earner, and it goes in the 410 at Lingfield. And our tip here, it's Daydreamer, and it's currently at 10-1. And when tipped up to gold members this morning, about nearly a couple of hours ago now, it was a 12-1 shot. So 12-1 always looked to be a bit too big to me. I think 10-1 is more like the right kind of price, and I think gold members might have got a bit of extra value there, but at 10-1, you certainly can't be moaning at that value for everyone else. This horse is actually a course and distance winner and has 2 wins from 2 at the track, so clearly likes it here at Lingfield, and that's always a positive on these all-weather surfaces. This is a step up in class for the horse, there's no doubt about that, but actually sneaks into this one off bottom weight, and carrying a bit of a featherweight today, and I think that this horse hasn't had many runs, could still be fairly unexposed, and could still be fairly well handicapped despite running off a career high mark. I think there could be a fair bit more to come from this one. I think it's actually a shrewd bit of placing from William Haggis, who's a bit of a master of placement, I would say, and he's managed to get Ryan Moore on board. And I don't know how you feel about Ryan Moore, but for me, he is the best jockey in the world, and that's not even exaggeration. So whenever he's on a horse, I'm always a bit more confident that he could perhaps just get that extra length or so out of a horse, and that can make so much difference in races like this. So I think that's a really good Little Earner today in that 410 at Lingfield. Plenty of time to get your bets on, but probably you want to get it done fairly soon, as this horse is being fairly well backed. Do go with a best odds guarantee bookmaker as well, as I say, if all the money comes down in the morning, you could always see a little bit of a drift later on in the afternoon. The premium tip for today, we're going to look at that now. That actually goes on the all-weather at Kempton this evening. It's in the 7:15 at Kempton, and our tip here is Jazzy Top. Now, this horse was at 7-4 when sent out to gold members and always looked a decent bit of value. Now, the best value you can get on this one is 5-4. Been really, really well supported in the market, and you can see why, to be honest. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not the best of prices for you guys to get it at 5-4. But gold members got it at 7-4, and we can't do anything about the horses being really well backed. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But if it wins at 5-4, you're going to more than double your money. You're going to double your money and then add another 25% of it on top of that. So you can't moan if this one comes in. This horse was actually third at Newmarket on debut, when 5-2 joint favourite on that day. And I always think when a horse is well supported on debut, it's a really, really good sign, because it clearly means that connections feel that it's got plenty of quality. I think a third at Newmarket on debut is a really, really respectable run. And the fact it had plenty of support last time out has to be a positive. It was actually, as I say, a good run, and you'd expect a fair bit of improvement from John Gosden's charge here. I think you'd expect it to run quite a bit better. I think it could be a really, really good horse, actually. I think she could be a really good horse in the future, and if she is, she might just make light work of some of this field, and I think that this is the ideal chance for the horse to go in. Again, being well supported in the market, which has to be a positive with a horse like this, and I'm actually now going to say I'll be surprised if this horse doesn't go in. That's the 7:15 at Kempton. Jazzy Top is your premium tip. There is also next best bets and 1 point singles available for gold members today too, and they're at 7-2 and 9-2 respectively, so some really good odds there. But of course you have to be a gold member to sign up to them. But all the links, you'll see them just in the not in the comments, but actually in the post above, and just click on them for if you are wanting a lucky 15 today as well. Just click on that, and you lucky 15 members will be able to get that. So they're the tips for today. Any questions about any of them, or if you just feel like getting involved in some racing chat, do use the comments box below. So that's the tips for today. Now, what have we got to look forward to this week? Well, we looked at Future Champions Day yesterday, and we're just going to touch briefly on Champions Day at Ascot on Saturday. What a day it is lined up. Probably one of the highlights of the flat season for many. It's going to be testing grounds. That's a bit of a shame, because you do want to see, you probably see a lot better fields, to be honest. They're good, but they could be great if you were looking at some maybe good ground. I think would be ideal. But 2 Group 2s and 3 Group 1s and just a whole host of prize money on offer means that it's going to be a fantastic day from Ascot. we're going to just touch on 2 races quickly. We'll really look ahead to this a bit more tomorrow and then Friday, but just want to touch on a few things. The Champion Stakes and the QE2, they're probably the 2 main races of the day. And the Champion Stakes, it's Cirrus de Zega, the legend of horse racing. What is he, 8 years old now, and somehow improving and just still as good as he was in his peak, and probably never been better than he is right now. 6-4 favourite, and is the one to beat, no doubt about that. Will probably enjoy these conditions as well, and has shone on Champions Day before. Perhaps though, Noble Mission, decent value at 9-2 for the Lady Cecil Yard. This horse has been a real star for the yard this season. Will love these conditions, has a fantastic attitude, and if you'll probably see James Doyle have really positive tactics on this horse, and he might just steal a little bit on the field, and if it is really testing ground, it becomes a little bit harder to peg a horse like Noble Mission back. But no real anti-post bet for me on that one yet. We'll probably get to that. I'm sure that the Champion Stakes, there will be a tip from us on that Saturday, but from an anti-post point of view, not too much, but I'm just going to share with you my thoughts there. In the QE2, you've got Knight of Thunder, your 11-4 favourite. Now, this horse has an excellent chance, but I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, that I just wonder if he's really as good as many people think he is. This horse won the 2,000 guineas, so yeah, fantastic. You can't argue with that. But since then, although putting in some decent runs, and I know he's been behind Kingman, who's obviously a world-class horse and probably the best horse of the year, to be honest. I just wonder whether Knight of Thunder, I don't think I could be taking a price like 11-4 about him. I think, should she run, I think Integral at 13-2 is a really good price. I think this horse has shown her class, and looks to be a decent bet for me in that one. But as I said, not sure if she'll run. And with the ground, so many doubts about the ground and just how bad or how much it might dry out. I don't think the Champion Stage one you can really look at from an anti-post point of view, in my opinion. I think you're taking a bit too much of a risk. When the bookmakers release non-run and no bet, then I'd start to be having a little look. But for now, not so much. But there'll be more on Champions Day tomorrow and future Champions Day as well. We'll look ahead to them. But for now, let's just hope we can have another day similar to yesterday. It'd be good to hit 4 out of 4 today. As I say, Gold members, you've had your tips really well backed this morning, and I'm sorry that the prices aren't there or as good as they were for you guys as they were for Gold members this morning, but still plenty of value around, no doubt about that. And thank you so much for watching today's video. We're going to try and get it out a little bit earlier tomorrow, of course, with it being only the second time we've done this. It's a bit of trial and error, and hopefully you're enjoying the video, and it's good to put a face to all of the tips as well. So thanks for watching today. Don't forget to get in touch by commenting below, and if we do have winners, or when we do have winners I should say, don't forget to pop some comments in the box and share with us your winning bet slips. We'd love to see just how you bash those bookies today. So thanks for watching today. There'll be another video tomorrow, but yeah, I'm sure I'll be on this thread for most of the day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.